let AI Dungeon figure out how to tell the Aristocrats joke once again. Because this will be the first marker of it achieving some form of, I don't know about sentience. I don't know if that's the right word anymore. Anyway, generating story. We will give it 3 tries.
It's called La Familia Perverso. So it's all about Italian family misadventures.
Already starting out wrong, but let's see. Maybe we can syndicate this.
Without actually saying it, obviously. Because it's the family act. You reply. That's right. Very good. How did you guess? Lucky guess Norton then asks you.
I used Google Translate.
So, do you like it? Will you book it?
Well, you gotta tell me the synopsis first. Oh, I think I should have actually said that instead, but I've been wanting to let the AI tell it like a joke.
What do you say? You like the sound of it and pay him $100 for a solid week of shows. You think he sounds a little deranged, so you offer him a chance to stow away with bits whenever you can fit him in.
I choose to err on the side of informed consent and ask, so what's it about?
I choose to err on the side of informed consent and ask, so what's it about? On receiving the description, I immediately decide to pass.
What would you do?
What would you do? Rebecca? The agent hands you the slip.
That's a THX1138. Or no, that's a THX1138 reference or 1984 reference, I forget.
On it is written, well, if you're so dirty, why don't you go fuck yourself? What am I supposed to do with this? A baffled agent asks. I dunno, fucking fill in the blanks. Back in your hotel room, thoroughly spent from the long drive yesterday, you humorously reflect on the nature of today's instructions. Norton seems hell-bent on educating you in juvenile salaciousness.
Namely, is handing you the performance synopsis in the form of Mad Libs, which go like this. You better yes and it.
Namely, is handing you the performance synopsis in the form of Mad Libs, which go like this. He was found guilty of underscore with underscore in underscore, which led to underscore, in which he is now known as underscore the underscore lover. You will fill in the obscene blanks on stage as you present your allegedly scandalous act to the unaware oobs. Smile and dial it up, Becky. You hear Norton cackle through your brain as the phone rings, and the first appointment of the season awaits.
You click on the Neuralink and say to Norton, Please erase my number. Ciao.
You click on the Neura link and say to Norton, please erase my number. Scout. This on your mind, honey? First up is the esteemed Delaware District Talent Agency. You book an appointment, and wait patiently in the break room with your family while you wait for the agent to Skype in. Eventually, the video connection rings. George Telemarkle. So great to see you again. What brings the Pearson family into my office? The once grotesque man bellows jovially over the connection.
Oh boy.
You say to him, oh boy, you know getting here was really rough. I stabbed my other 2 sons in the neck 87 times each and boy are my arms tired. But seriously, I hear you have a family act. Am I correct? Or am I gonna have to lay the rest of my family on these railroad tracks here so I can get a decent rate on a solo car ride home?
I'm not quite an Aristocrats person, but I do build up to it if I...
Ha ha, oh my. Indeed I do have a family
Yes.
act for you, but let's cut to the chase. Pignomatrician and Agon initiates in my office right now.
What?
He says, keying off. You look over at Brenda and Sarah as a knock sounds on the door.
You ask the Neuralink to Google or Go Duck. Big Na Matricle and Agon initiates.
You ask the Neuralink to Google or Go Duck Big Name Matricle and Agon initiates. A teenage boy in a hoodie and long curly-haired girl come in with masks over their faces and begin jumping around. You cut to the chase and tell GP that you'll do the job, the specifics of which you go over through the next tower. After preparing the pom-pom supports and spiking up the extension cord, the 3 of you begin to enter answers into the Skype call screen.
Like so.
Like so. Talent, Big Name Matricle and Agon initiates. Agent, that's correct. With your family, you have clinched this Wednesday's card. Here's the scorecard, 18 acts per show with 2 shows, first 19 to perform are in and all get a cut of the $15 payout, paid after the show. First place wins $55, second $30, third $20, fourth $10, fifth $5.
So we get to take our winnings to the airport and exchange them with dollars from 2020, right?
So, we get to take our winnings to the airport and exchange with dollars from 2020, right? You ask. I don't see why not. That's one of the potential payout options offered to future use. The agent types as he changes screen.
Okay, we're
Yeah, but I mean, you're trusting us with this. Didn't know if security or something else could be a concern. Well, we could do a runaway winners scenario where everyone but the top 3 act lose all earnings for allowing the Opis to brutally assassinate them off stage.
the Opis. That some living murderous awards? Or is it a family? Murderous family of wards?
The OPs? Is that some living murderous awards? Or is it a family? A murderous family of awards? So bottom line is, if I want the fake family to have $200 so we don't actually steal a plane. The agent quickly counts on his fingers. You'd need 5 shows total in that scenario, and it sounds like a hassle for you. It does sound like a hassle. Only surviving for the money isn't exactly something every agent does, and pain of the sfelk would be extreme, so it wouldn't be a concern in that case. Lil Devin, 8 years old, Mrs. G, this is a really tough word problem. Can you help me solve this? Bert Grolich, 48 years old, that's okay sweetie, maybe after the show. You return to the task at hand. Actually, I really want to win money for ransom, so... The screen makes a blipping noise. Talent, then, Agon, Pitadunes act. Wait a minute. Zaya starts to say. A previously hidden section of the screen is shown after it scrolls up.
Okay, we are going, this is way off the rails, so we're going to multiple universes, and let's begin again, beginning again. Just a concise, not quite concise joke, like 2 steps away from a shaggy dog tail.
A rich guy, a doctor, and a hunter. They're in the woods, after the American dream. Oh, you tilt your head to the side. They're hunting all over the planet. Can't they find anything good right here in Tennessee? Norton laughs at your joke, then says, no, they go on an African safari but end up shipwrecked.
Oh, okay, well, that's all well and good. I accidentally reset. Well, that doesn't count. That doesn't count.
It's called the brown eye.
Title is
You say, that's a curious title, is that a Van Morrison reference? I don't listen to Van the Man, I'm more a Stones man myself, Norton says untactfully. But, yes, it's a play on the Muppet Show episode Cow Eye. That classic bit was always popular with the kids. For extra unctuousness you add, I've heard of it. Before asking, so what does yours involve?
let's see. Muppet Show Cow Eye. Does it exist? Cow, smoke gets in your eyes. No idea. Gladys the Cow, Richard Hunt, best of show episode. I'm gonna assume that it's a alternate universe episode. Yes, what does yours involve?
It's just you, right? Trying to keep a grin, you unenthusiastically add, great. So, what do you do in this legendary show? It entails my going up to people in public and saying, hey Mabel, is that the top part of an elephant or the bottom part of a humpback whale? Daffy litigious types try to sue me, but I turn them into smoke with my laser beams.
You interrupt. Let me stop you there. I see two issues. One, we're trying to make money. Having what do you call it? A confrontational performance piece happening that might yield costly litigation. Sounds like the exact opposite. Thing we want. Two, the laser thing. It would have to be the laser pen and the vaporization added in post, which is tough considering you want it live. This part I'm more flexible about. But we need to meet with a laser consultant to see the scope of the effects. Okay, continue.
You interrupt. Let me stop you there. I see two issues. One, we're trying to make having a confrontational performance piece are
forgot
happening that
money.
might yield costly litigation. Sounds like the exact. Even if we hit problems on the laser thing that can be worked out,
Let me
I still say it's not worth the risk of being known as a Ludexirianism act.
add money. I'm trying to make here. Gotta add.
Add in some spot on animatronics. Daffy says, maybe even a ragdoll with button eyes that sits in a roasting pan and gets slightly singed. It's more of a visual piece. That doesn't sound anything at all like your ideal. What's the point?
Plus, shouldn't you be cousin of each bucks? Yep. Austin Pfefferhop.
Plus, shouldn't you be in Pismo Beach at Hassan Pfeffer Hall of Hilarity for the Bugs roast? The whole family's there, except Lou Martin. He's in the hospital. Daffy shrugs. The whole family's been doing these dinners for 10 years. That's exactly why you should go, you say. It's been a decade. Daffy had the most stare in the Pastiche Act, until David Cohen provided substitutes at half pay, causing him to fall off the tent and break his beak in 1917.
Hey, if you and your family need to pitch an act, what would it be? Show Norton how it's done.
You go, say Daffy, if you and your family wanted to pitch an act, what would it be? Show Norton how it's done. You suggest they perform the tooth-pulling act, but make it dirty. Norton said that the patriarch could get partial alimony from Daphne for doing it, contravening the vow she made while stripping for rabbits and getting a paper cut in Butte. Daphne is a definite no-go. She's got that restraining order on bugs. Plus she's got that conjugal visit divorcing Fritz for arguing with that hooker in New Mexico, who is still trying to find her way out even today. Lola hides in her treehouse, reading fanfiction on the Coleman's bizarre history, and the history of vaudeville in general. We could convince her to get into the act somehow. Baby space planning meeting.
Baby space planning. Bye, baby. Are we talking baby meeting? Or a meeting about baby space? Or is it a baby plan? Not good with babies. In any case, that would be Daffy's. He needs to get some good.
Daffy says, "Bye baby, are we talking a baby meeting, or a meeting about baby space? Or is it a baby plan? I'm not good with babies in any case." The vaudeville shtick was a good idea, Daffy. That's an idea. What the hell do you call what I've been doing my whole life? Norton's eyes, then says, "The hell are you on about, Daffy?" Daffy explains that the only reason he's in show business is because his father wanted a singing clown to breastfeed, and his mother found it distasteful. You go, your dad's breast or your mum's? /. Daffy explains that his dad was a hunter, and won the heart of Daffy's mother by capering in front of her during a safari. You go, fuck you Tipsy Bunny, it could happen. Baby space planning meeting. Norton fantasizes saying to co-workers, that was shitty. And it'd be the same shitty work, with the same shits for a boss. You ponder the notion of a female duck suddenly falling in love with the very person aiming to kill her, and the utter miracle of him finding the spot in all that decoy stuff up there. Oh baby, their sex is aggressive and satisfying after a hard day at work. Life on the farm ain't easy, and after the kids hatch, they've got that brand new mouth strolling into the world without any natural defenses. The working mama duck must teach them how to swim and defend themselves.
Let's see where this goes.
Arabelle opens her arms. They sit in silence, and she says, "There may be hope for us." "Yeah, there is, but we..." Keith begins to say, choking up himself, but he stops himself and resumes speaking, "But we need to swallow the truth."
Fuck? No. Reset.
He suddenly remembers riding the swells with his kids in a calm pond. They flap those wings and soar helplessly. What a life indeed. You must have treated them like aristocrats. Daffy and Norton look at you. Their looks say together, "What a dumbass." The end.
Okay, last one. Last try.
Norton gives his best bogey, "Why are you still with him?" look. For which Daffy gives an exaggerated blank. You try to explain your look was support and you were reliving a great movie moment.
The end.
A rich guy, a doctor, and a hunter.
Nope. Last one. Last one for the morning. Last one for the early afternoon.
It's called the Naughty Sandman. It's exactly what it sounds like. I'm gonna dress up as the Naughty Sandman, and visit little kids every night, and do, you know, the naughty stuffs. He looks at you expectantly. You don't respond. So, says Norton, you got to admit, it's the freshest thing since they banned farting on TV.
Oh, shit. Damn it. That's what I get. I was willing to go down there.
A rich, older southern gentleman. You know, a nice old boy. We'll call him Foster Rankin. Simple setup, a podium and a cloth picture frame from all angles in which he's pushed aside to reveal the smiling Mr. R. He's also wearing a green flower on his lapel, helping him stand out from the black and white shots of the settings of his stories. True southern gentleman through and through. Right.
Oh! I was gonna tell him that a green flower means that the guy's gay. I might go down that one.
The act basically is just me playing satanic death metal really loudly, like, ear-piercingly loud. I jam headphones into the ears of. I grab a black punky kid, a whore, a ratty-looking white boy wasted on meths and a couple of pumped-up pedos. These are my dancers. Then they dance.
Oh.
Really wild and screechy. Scary stuff. Then there is a mid-section thing where I interview Stephen Hawking. Perhaps integrate Mr.
Oh, let's see what this goes. Oh, it's 5, so it's a very pointing back here. Or is the horde the leader? Or should be the leader. They know how to navigate.
Hawking into the dance somehow. We can discuss that. I also play Nancy Griffith for half of the act, to calm things down a bit. Here is the kicker though, everyone in the audience has a gunshot wound with stage blood streaming down their face. It looks brutal. You'll have to hook me up with a firearms dealer. I'm gonna need a lot of guns. Whoa, you say, there's another half to this act, right? Norton grins, yup. After the gunshot wound thing, I blow out both my knees with solid shots of buckshot. Triggers a countdown. Then the band kicks in full volume. The dancers ripetite themselves up and start tearing their flesh apart, limb from limb. Then everybody links in to make fascia. What do you think? Stunned, you think what do I think? And the solution is so obvious.
Oh god. But there's my blood. That's my moment where I go, what's the name? But I want to know what the solution is. I want to know what I contribute. I sacrifice the joke to see what happens.
Ah, I get it. It's a joke, right? We're really playing the same song throughout. You turn towards Norton. No, I. But he is cut short by nosebleed number 1. Then, as blood pours down from his nostrils all over his fashionable designer Hawaiian shirt, the honky-tonk boy begins to scream in pain, followed by high-pitched shrieks of terror. You have to cut through the shrieks to ask, so what's the name of the act? But he is far too terrified to hear you. Stumbling about on the floor, he screams at the top of his lungs, followed by ear-piercing shrieks of terror. The final gurglings that escaped from his mouth are of mother, before falling unconscious on the floor, to never wake up again. His skin was cold upon my return, without breath or pulse.
She's out of the door in an instant. What do you think? Her glossy lips part slightly, revealing an uneven semicircular slice of white teeth, followed by a maniacal laugh. It's going to tear him apart. Are you willing to invest in our business project? Impatient? You say. Of course. Of course. Why is there no voice anymore?
She puts a skeletal finger to her lips, closes her eyes, and falls out of her chair. Before you can help her, the svelte female is on all fours and crawling towards her astral cord. She's there in a few seconds. Without even touching it, she squeals with delight NCC 1701, and turns towards you with a sardonic smile. You leave the room, shaking your head in disappointment.
Oh wow. Credits. There's credits. Blast off were hilarious. And with that, that's this morning's attempt at Aristocrats. I'll probably try later today at some point. Good night.